Who is Doctor Strange? Dr. Stephen Strange is a fictional character appearing in American comic books circulated by Marvel Comics. Doctor Strange serves as the Sorcerer Supreme, the main protector of Earth against magical and mystical threats. This character begins as a stunning but egotistically pretentious neurosurgeon whose hands get injured in a car accident. Despite recovering hand function, he is told that existing medical therapy and improvement would not be enough to enable him to exercise again as a surgeon. Unable to submit this prediction, he begins to travel the world scanning for alternative paths of recovery, which directs him to the Ancient One, the Sorcerer Supreme. Strange comes to be his student and learns to be a teacher of both the mystical and the martial arts. He obtains a variety of mystical objects, comprising the powerful Eye of Agamotto and Cloak of Levitation, and takes up housing in a mansion referred to as the Sanctum Sanctorum, located at 177A Bleecker Street, New York City. Strange infers the title of Sorcerer Supreme and, with his friend Wong, protects the world from mystical threats. Since 2016, Benedict Cumberbatch has depicted the role of Stephen Strange in the MCU. In MCU movie One Night, while accelerating in his car, a horrible accident breaks down the bones in his hands, directing to substantial nerve damage. He soon discovers that his fingers shiver uncontrollably, making him incapable to conduct surgery. Too vain to submit a teaching job, Strange desperately digs for a means to fix his hands and later spends all of his money on costly, but ineffective treatments. Broke from his friends, Strange becomes a traveler. He happens to listen to two sailors in a bar talking about a hermit called the Ancient One, who is actually the Earth's Sorcerer Supreme, in the Himalayas, who can rehabilitate any disease. Despite not privately believing in magic, Strange utilizes the last of his cash to chase the aged mystic. The Ancient One declines to help Strange due to his superiority, but senses a good aspect that he efforts to bring to the surface. He fails, but Strange then devotes a heroic act when he discovers the Ancient One's disciple, Baron Mordo, endeavoring to kill his tutor and confiscate his power. After a crisis with Mordo directs to him being chained with restraining spells dissuading him from either attacking Mordo or warning the Ancient One, Strange desperately and selflessly submits the Ancient One's offer to become his student to have some confidence of enabling the old man. The Ancient One, pleased at Strange's honest change of heart, accepts Strange as his new pupil and shortly frees him from the restraining spells while clarifying he was aware of Mordo's betrayal all along. Strange soon becomes Mordo's most undergoing enemy, as the Ancient One trains the Doctor in the mystic arts. After finalizing his training, Strange returns to New York City and takes up housing within the Sanctum Sanctorum, a townhouse located in Greenwich Village, accompanied by his personal assistant Wong. As the Ancient One's disciple, Strange experiences the Entity Nightmare, and other mystical foes before Conference Dormammu, a warlord from an alternate dimension called the Dark Dimension, who wants to conquer Earth. Strange is aided by a nameless girl, later called Clea, who is finally revealed to be Dormammu's niece. When Strange assists a weakened Dormammu drive off the rampaging mindless ones and return them to their prison, he is authorized to leave the Dark Dimension unchallenged. Doctor Strange is a practical sorcerer who brings out his strengths from mystical entities such as Agamotto, Sidorak, Ragador, and Watum, who lend their energies for spells. Strange also exerts mystical artifacts comprising the Cloak of Levitation, which facilitates him to fly, the Eye of Agamotto, an amulet, the Book of the Vishanti, and the Orb of Agamotto. Strange is trained in several martial arts disciplines, including judo. Strange was a skilled neurosurgeon. Doctor Strange is interpreted as the mightiest magician in the cosmos. He holds the title of Sorcerer Supreme when the Ancient One dies. In MCU in first movie, this whole story is described, and in later movies such as in Multiverse of Madness, where he was in hand-to-hand combat with Wanda Maximoff. His story is described as traveling through the multiverse, and in this movie various variants of himself were shown. In MCU movies, his true love is depicted as Chrysanthemum, but recently Clea is also introduced. In What If series, where he fought Ultron, he is shown as Supreme Strange, where he possessed so much power that even the Watcher asked his help to defeat Ultron.